Good morning and welcome to Business Half Hour on Classic FM 97.3 station that plays every song you know. Business Half Hour is brought to you in collaboration with Nairametrics Nigeria. I am Ifai Atama. I am not alone. We have the return of Uade. Good morning, Uade.
Good morning, Ifai. Good morning, Lagos. Um, it's great to be back. I've been away for about 3 months, and it's great to hear you guys. I've been listening on, but today we're going to have another great show as usual. We have a guest, who Ifai will be telling us a bit more in the next 10 seconds. But it's great to be back on Classic. Make sure you're listening to Classic, and this is Business Half Hour brought to you by Nairametrics in partnership with Classic 97.3 FM.
All right.
If I maybe you'll introduce our guest.
All right. I hope you're keeping safe, one.
Yes, we are. We are. Not now. We're keeping safe not just from COVID, but also from the incidences that have been ongoing in the last 1 week. My heart goes out to all Nigerians, and I hope we can make Nigeria a better place. Um, the sooner the better.
All right. Thank you very much. And time to introduce our guest. His name is Nsidibe Etim. He's the founder of Book Africa Travel, a digital platform to customize and book authentic activities and experiences in Africa. Good morning, Nsidibe.
Morning, Fanny. How you doing this morning?
Yeah, good, 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 good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's great to be here.
All right. Let's start from the very top. Tell us what is Book Africa Travel, even though I've mentioned a few things about it. Can you elaborate?
Yep. So thank you very much. I want to thank you for the folks at Class 93.7, 97.3 FM and then Nigeria Metrics for bringing me up here to talk about our company. So in a nutshell, Book Africa Travel is a platform to book experiences, activities in Africa. We connect the world to the best African experience because we believe that Africa has more to offer. Africa is not just a safari destination, but it's a destination that you can experience the history, the culture, the food. So that's why we want the world to know more of Africa by creating a platform for people to book experiences and activities while we're making the locals and a sustainable income.
Okay.
Oh, okay. If I want to go on, I should go on.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
Okay. So what was the inspiration behind Book Africa Travel? Because there are a number of tourism companies and travel companies across the world, and a number of them these days have been focusing on Africa. So what inspired you, and how has that been over the last I don't know how many years that you've been in this business?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So Bukar Travel was born as a result of a gap that we saw in the tourism and travel space in Africa. We discovered that Africa was being projected as a safari destination, which was not what Africa is all about. So we did our research, looked into several of the big travel companies that are out there, and we saw that gap, and we decided, well, we have to do something to fill the gap. That's how we developed Book Africa Travel to make it as a dedicated platform just for African based activities, from tours to local experience to museums ticket. Book Africa Travel has that to offer to people that want to visit Africa. We're not just here to sell safaris as the usual African platform, but we want to expose tourists to much more in Africa. Because travel is just not about you going to a place, one place. It's about you going to a country or visiting a new state. Go out there, talk to the people, experience the food, work with the local businesses, do local shopping. So those are things that we want to bring into travel. We want people to be more cultivated to and enjoying not just a stay in a hotel, but going out there to do things to engage and to help small businesses that is local in Africa. So that's what drove us to create the platform, and we believe that it's not only going to help create a new desire for tourists to come to Africa, but it's going to help local businesses to be able to sell more, make more money, and live a very fruitful life.
How did it all begin? Your funding. How did you get funding for it, and how capital intensive is it?
Well, it was all bootstrap. So we because it's digital platform, so it doesn't really need a lot of capital to get started. So it was all bootstrap with our team. So we worked on it for over a year. We started reaching out to many people in different African countries. We talked to them. We looked at what their need was. We discussed what they would have, what they have, and what they have to offer to the global market, and that's how it all started. It was basically bootstrapping, getting out there, talking to people, talking to both the supplier and both the demand end to see what they need and what they don't have today.
That's a great answer. But um, taking taking off from there, one of the things you see is there's so much competition in this business. Like I said earlier at the beginning, there are a number of travel agencies, there are a number of tourism agencies. What particular is your niche that you're providing to your customers and your clients that would make them always come back to Book Travel Africa?
Yeah. So our niche is if you look at our slogan is experience the world as local. So that's the niche. We want people to experience travel as the local in that community. So today people just travel to travel. They visit somewhere, they go in a hotel, um, and, and and they just do what is meant for them to do in regards to Africa's safaris. But we want travelers, our niche is for travelers to experience the art. We could go to a place in Lagos. Lagos is beautiful. You don't have to stay in one hotel and go to one restaurant. You can actually have a local tour expert that can take you across places in Lagos, to different areas, to Nike Actioner, to Badagry, to a slavery place, for you to see all those different activities, because that's what travel is all about. Traveling is going out there, seeing the world the way it's supposed to be, experiencing it. And that's what we bring to the table. We want to bring you to experience the local with the local toy spot that we have on our platform. We're not just selling you a package, we're selling you an experience. And that's our key selling point.
How easy is it really to convince people over there to come down to Africa?
Yeah, like as I said earlier, Africa was a place that people always associate with safaris, and when you say safaris, safaris are expensive. You have big companies that are promoting this. It costs from thousands of dollars, and when people see that, people tends to take a step back and say, well, if I want to go to a place that I'm going to spend this amount of money, I might as well look somewhere else. But where we come in is that we're telling people that safari is not the only place for you to go in Africa. You can go to Africa and have on a budget. So you don't have to spend those tens of thousands of dollars to go on just to the safari. You can go on a safari, but with our local expat spread across different continents. They know where you can get the best deal. You know where you can get the best food. You know where you can get the best experience. So once we package all this together, that's what provides people with the initial incentive for them to say, well, maybe I've not been to Africa before. Maybe I've not been to Lagos before, been to Accra before. It's time for me to step out there and visit. Because not only will I get, not only will I get to go there on a budget, but I'll get to go there and meet this tour guide. Call it Dev. I'll meet Dev. Dev is gonna be my go-to guy in that area. I can ask him where to go to. I can ask him where to eat. I can ask him what to do. So what we're doing, we bring that more of a personal experience, not just a ticket booking platform, but a personal experience integrated into it.
Okay, that's great. Something came to me based on what you've said. When people look at tourism or look at tourism in the real sense of it, everybody thinks about a holiday. And for me, I guess there's business tourism, there's regular holiday tourism. how would you say your business has looked at tourism as a whole, from business to regular holidays to people who go on seminars? How do you help those kind of people experience the local places while just there for maybe a couple of days or max a week?
Yep, so very good question. So I would like to say this. One thing that we found out was that, especially during this COVID, that what's going to happen in Africa is there's going to be an increase in business travel. The reason why I'm saying this is because you're aware of it, that the AFTAC agreement that is going on, I believe it's going to be launching in January. It's going to connect the whole Africa continent together, at least the ones that are signed up already, to be able to do free trading, free tariff, and all those other things. So that sector, travel business sector, is going to increase because there's not all the business activities that you can conduct on Zoom. So some obviously you have to travel out there, go to that location, sign the deal before you can engage in that business effort. So we see that sector as a path to also increasing tourism in Africa, because now people will travel more. There's more, the borders are open, and there's a free trade going on in Africa. So we see that more businesses will want to visit. Okay, I have a business deal that I'm doing in this country in Africa, say it's Ghana. I need to visit there. I need to talk to some people. We need to organize ourselves. So that's where we come in. We can have one of our tour experts organize those kind of trips for them. Plan from where they'll stay, from what they'll where they'll visit, to what they'll eat, to what they'll do. So those are kind of the things that you can add leisure to your business trip. We call it here leisure. So we add business and leisure, and make a trip that is not only you're going to sign business deal, but a trip that you can always go to a new place to know what that new place is all about, and learn about the culture, the food, and all any other thing that you might want to engage in.
Okay. How do you make your money though? Now, what percentage do you charge?
So we are one of the companies here that charge a very attractive percentage. We make money off commission from our sellers. We charge 15% on all the bookings that we get on our platform. What we do is we try to tell our sellers to price their service, in a way that it will not impact their actual revenue. So that 15% goes a long way for us to add to our platform processing fees, and also the fees that we use to maybe at some point send the funds over to the actual partner, which is our local travel guide. So we make money out of the commission that we have on our platform.
Okay, this is Business Half Hour coming to you on Classic, brought to you by Nairametrics in partnership with Classic FM. I know we're really enjoying Nsidibe's talk about the tourism industry, but I guess we need to take a short break, and when we come back on the other side, we'll continue with Nsidibe. If I
All right. It's time to take a short break. We'll be back. Eternal featuring BB Islands with one of the huge requests. I want to be the only one. Of course, we're the only station that plays every song you know. We're a Classic FM 97.3 station that plays every song you know. And I am Ifeanyi Atama with Uade on the other side, and Nsidibe Etim on what's it called? Business Half Hour, brought to you in collaboration with Nairametrics. Nsidibe Etim is the founder of Book Africa Travel, a digital platform to customize and book authentic activities and experiences in Africa. Welcome back once again.
Thank you for the short break, Ifeanyi. As we go on, Nsidibe, you mentioned something about the Africa free trade possibility, and that brings me to the second part of this interview. And like we know, with tourism or business travels or book a travel, one of the most important aspects of it is people. Either those supplying the services within Africa, and you connecting them with the people. How do you see the possibilities of even the increase or the rise in in tourism within Africa, aside from those who are outside in diaspora?
Yeah. So I think you touched on a key point there, which is local travel. With the what is happening here with COVID, and people are still not getting on the plane to fly, at least for international travel. So it is key now that we need to start developing in Africa, developing a solution to promote more of a local and regional travel across Africa. And I think that's one of the key that will kickstart tourism in Africa again, because we have to do local. We have to let people know that it is safe to at least go from your state to the next state. It is safe to go from, say, Nigeria to Ghana. It is safe to go from Ghana to Senegal. So we have to start doing that, because it might take time for the international travel to kick back up. Because they themselves still have some regulatory standard that they have to follow before they come here. For example, in Nigeria, if you look at some of the standard of a restriction that is put in place in Nigeria, you have to, before you come there, you need to be able to dissect through all that stuff, make sure you get your testing done. So an average international traveler will say, well, I mean, I can't be able to go through all this, do the testing, and then come back again, do another testing in Nigeria. So some of those things as a pushback to tourism in regards to international tourism. So we have to develop more of a local presence first. And part of it is working with the government agency, working with the different sector, the hotel industry, the industries that will help hotels, food industry, to help cultivate people interest in traveling locally. We can do it. I see a lot of movement going on now in regards to local travel, and part of it is that this local travel expert, we need to do more. We need to get out there and tell people that it is safe to come back in a safe way. So now we have to do more of a local travel, international travel. Once we can capture that local travel, I think we'll begin to see more people come back to Africa to visit, and that tour spend will definitely increase.
Okay.
If I do, we have some questions from our listeners.
No, not any yet. But you can ask your questions. We're at Classic FM 973 on Twitter, 0909-217-2973 WhatsApp, and SMS 33973. You can also ask via the Zoom platform here. Just send us your questions, and we'll ask Nsidibe about it. I was going to say, from the data that you have on your platform, what are the most visited locations in Africa?
Yeah. So now, Ghana is one of the most tourist location in Africa. The reason being is that they introduced the Ghana initiative, as you know, and it's big. It's a big tourist location now, and the second being is all the safari sites and Kenya and Rwanda. Nigeria comes in as well, but we need to expose more of the culture, the things to do in Nigeria to the rest of the world, and Ghana has been able to capture that. Has been able to capture that, and they're moving very quickly in ensuring that people are visiting Ghana. Last year they had the return, the year of the return, and we have a lot of celebrities were in Ghana, and promoting it to the rest of the world. So I believe each African country they need to have some form of initiative to drive that level of travel to each of this country, and Ghana I believe set a very key stepping stone to that, and I'm sure many African countries will also do the same to increase tourism, not just local, but regional, not just international, but local and regional tourism across the whole African continent.
So looking at that, and how the world is today, and and where we're going to with the new normal, with us talking to you in America, and having to do that via Zoom. What do you see as the peculiar challenges within this industry, and how do you think countries, businesses can start to deal with them going forward after COVID?
Yeah. Yeah. So the major challenge that I see is still the fear of the unknown. People are still the COVID-19 it has not gone yet. It's still here with us, unfortunately. So we have to know how to still go out there in a safe way. So a few things that we can do to improve tourism, especially in Africa, will be to ensure that we have all the safety measures in place. You have your good hygiene place that you can easily get, the PPEs, with your face mask, be it hand sanitizers, all those things needs to be in all the storage sites to give people the initiative to even go out. We need to be able to work with government agencies to promote local and regional tourism. And that's number two. And thirdly, we need to be able to we have a lot of travel experts in Africa. They need to go out there and let people know that it's safe to come back in a safe way. And that's part of what we're doing. We're working on a few initiatives that will be rolling out next year that will put some of these things in perspective. So because we believe that to do travel now, you need to start local and grow from there. So that's what we're working on. We are. I'm not gonna go into much detail, but we are working with some government agencies to make that happen. But because that's the way to help the industry grow. Our local business needs help. And if you see tourism, it doesn't just involve tourism. It involves many other sectors. It involves agriculture. It involves transportation. When COVID-19 hit, what happened was airline industry went down. And when that happened, when that happened, the oil and gas too went down, because without airline flying, uh, the oil and gas industry are not going to be able to refine the oil to put gas in the airplane. So it brought down the oil and gas, so people could not sell oil and gas. Gas became a little bit cheaper. And also in the agricultural sector, hotels, restaurants, they used to get their food from the farms. When COVID hit, no one was going to the hotels. So all those farm harvests had to go to West. So you can see how tourism can affect many other sectors, which is imperative that we need to grow this sector. We need to bring it back to speed, because once we bring it back to speed, other sectors will benefit from it. Agriculture, oil and gas, transportation, all those areas tourism plays a key role to increase it. So that's what I'm going to be working on. We want to create awareness, help people know that travel is not just about traveling. It has a lot more to do to it. Because if you travel, you're not just going to a place. You have different sectors that you are touching, and you different lives that you are different business that you are touching, different areas that you are spending on to make that happen. And that's the way to go. We just have to do local and move from there, and help the world know that Africa is the place to be.
All right. But talking about moving away from that, where do you see your company in the next 10 years?
So we see us as the destination to book anything in Africa, be it museum and experiences, anything you want to do in Africa. We want to be the go to the home of African experience for you to build or customize the trip in a way that will make it more personalized for you. So we see ourselves as being the go-to platform for you to come and network with other with travel providers across the African continent, to provide a service that not only gravitate to your need, but also helps you make an impact in the local business. And we want to expose the world to the best experience in Africa, create more job opportunities to the local in the travel sector, and also help strengthen the Africa tourist infrastructure. And I think that's what we all need as business owners. We need to think more creative. How can we make impact? How can we help the next guy support their business? So that's where we are creating a connection and making that connection turn into opportunity for the locals.
Well, they say time flies when you're really having fun, and we're almost done. In 30 seconds, usually we get our guests to share a quote or a phrase that keeps them going. For me, it's a hustler never stops learning till he dies. So, what will be your own catchphrase towards ensuring that more and more people understand that being in business is great to do?
Yeah, so thank you. I would like to say, I like this quote from Robert Kawasaki, your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. So from what we do today in Africa, we can create a future to increase the tourism industry tomorrow. And I would like to know, and the note too, that we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us, and that's Philippians 4:13. So on that note, I just want to thank everyone for listening to us, and I want to thank the Nigerian Nairametric team and the and everyone that put this together.
All right. Thank you very
Well,
much.
it's time spent. If I hand you back, thank you, Lagos, for listening to us on Business Half Hour once again. Till next week, Monday. Back to you, if I.